pencils down.
Wow, we were doing
here.
the Ramble radio intro.
We did. Because you know why? Because we don't give a fuck like that.
Yeah.
We do whatever we want.
We cross the streams, baby.
This is our turf. This is our turf. We don't give a fuck about
Can we start off with a big shout out to Toy Ted?
Look at Toy Ted.
Look at that gorgeous
Look at
figure.
that gorgeousness. Wow.
From Mike Bolster, a.k.a. Toy Ted.
The one and only. The one and only.
Look at that. Oh.
You know how much of a fuck we don't
That's going to be
give?
up my ass later. You know that, right?
How is it not going to be up your ass? Look at that thing. Jesus Christ. You know how little of a fuck we give? Guess what we're going to do in this episode? Huh?
What?
You ready? Nice one, Pence. Not as good looking as me. I look 10 times better than that bullshit. Oh, a guy in a fucking suit? I have a purple loincloth on. Fuck you. Fuck your stupid figure.
Wow.
I don't know how he beamed in.
I didn't know we had him connected.
I did.
I hope that's the last we hear of him on Ramble.
I hope Cody has rectified that.
It's
I mean, all eyes on him. All eyes on Cody.
It's bad enough hearing from him two times a week.
2 times a week. Then he just. Oh shit! Was that He-Man's mother's vagina? Huh? Was that her queefing? That's what that sounds like to me.
Oh God!
All right. Hey, He-Man just had an erection. Everybody, this is not good.
Okay, now we're a comedy team, and I don't like this at all.
Pull the plug on Skeletor.
I do like though how Cody and Skeletor have become a duo. Okay.
Maybe they should get their own podcast.
Do the Catskills.
Cody and Skeletor.
Cody and the Tour. Man, here we go. Look at this. What a ramble. What is this one? I gotta look.
We're in the 200s, I know.
We're big 200s.
We're 270 something, right?
270. Let's see. Let's take a look.
272.
Is that no? We're
273.
Past that. No, we're past
74.
We might be past that.
75?
Let me also see if anyone's given us any positive,
I doubt it.
positive. Eddie, why do you don't do the Ramblers like that? Don't do the Ramblers like that.
It's Skeletor got me all pissy.
He came in. It was bad. He's gone. We'll deal with it. Him and Cody kind of have a thing now. No, we're still at. Wait, were we at 121?
Did we lose? Did we lose?
We lost one.
Someone deleted their
5-star rating. I think someone probably deleted their iTunes account. Is what happened.
Not
and
cool.
It fucked us.
Cool.
It fucked us.
You don't realize the people you hurt when you do that.
Exactly. This is 273, right there. 273. How about that, huh? Still the same positive text review.
Ramble radios are catching up. I think we're at like 276 on Ramble Radio. Or 176.
170. Ramble Radio. We're almost at that point where it's just gonna.
It's gonna. And then we end the Ramble, right?
We end the Ramble.
Once Ramble Radio passes Ramble,
we're done.
That becomes the flagship show.
That's the flagship show. This is just bullshit. This is
WCWC Thunder.
Exactly. Nobody cares about this. Nobody tunes into this. That's what happens. It's gonna happen. It's a sad fact, man. It's gonna. We're barreling towards destiny. Right. Good way to put it, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's read from y'all. Email us ramble@theramblepod.com. Follow us on Twitter @podcastramble1, Instagram @podcastramble. We have merch on our TeePublic page, which apparently someone has shown us a picture. I don't know if Cody knew this, but we got a tweet.
Oh, I saw
one of
this.
the Ramblers. Yep, already on Cody's side because their TeePublic Ramble shirt is already like faded into a.
Oh yeah, it was coming apart. Brutal.
So Cody, I think we might have to just, maybe take a chance and ignore Ramble Corporate and just plow forward.
See, here's the thing: is that we can have a great store. We just have to invest that sponsorship money, and then we're golden.
That's the hard part. That's what's killing us. That is what is killing us. Oh man,
brutal.
I still haven't heard from that person.
You'll never hear from them again.
Yeah, probably not. I'm gonna try. We got to get something.
We deserve some money.
Something. Let's go to y'all. Michael Worman, East Coast is cold as hell with ice storms and slow botched vaccine rollouts.
Worms.
So enough of that, as Jerry says on Twitch. Manny Avalar, what it do, Ramblers? Manny Avalar here. How you guys doing? Hope all's well. Cody, hope you're staying warm with this hell freezing over weather we're getting out here. So what's good, guys? How about that WandaVision episode? Hey, this is from 2 weeks ago. The throwback costumes are awesome to see and so much what the fuck can't wait. Also know if I missed a previous episode, but I haven't heard y'all's thoughts on Transformers Earthrise. God, with so much crap in the real world, at least TV keeps doing their job by providing some awesome I very much enjoyed Earthrise.
I liked Earthrise too. I was like, I texted you after I watched it, and I was like,
Yep.
did I miss something between the first series?
They just
and
throw
then
you in.
Earthrise, because it felt like something had happened that we missed.
Right. It was so good. I loved seeing Skylinks.
Yeah.
Hated seeing what happened, but it was still a pretty epic way for that to go down.
Yeah. And
that
then,
was fucking awesome.
There was another good cameo in there too.
Oh yeah, dude, it was really fun. So I thoroughly enjoyed. Joe Capone hated it.
He hated Earthrise?
He hated Earthrise. Joe Capone
Really?
was not happy with it. Yeah.
JC, what's up, bud?
JC, pal.
He's still angry because the Giants didn't win the NFC East.
Wow. Look
Right?
at that shot. Look at that shot fired. Eddie's not taking any prisoners. You hear that, Joe Capone? You got pensed.
He just pissed the Eagles for throwing the game so the Giants couldn't get in.
So, speaking of pissed,
Yeah.
Michael Worman sent us a rumor.
That's not happening. If that happens,
Did you hear this one, Cody?
that's tough.
What?
Eddie's Washington football team might be trading for one Big Ben Roethlisberger, and Eddie
can't happen.
is
Fuck.
Eddie
can't
is
do that. They can't
See,
do that.
Cody, how much are we rooting for this right
Do not
now?
let that
man.
happen. Please don't.
Amazing.
That,
I think that if that happens, that he will petition to get the old team name back. Probably. I think that's-
and for all security cameras removed from bathrooms.
How quick do you lose any and all momentum you've gotten so far?
If he does that, and he completely undercuts whatever Ron Rivera is building in Washington.
Yes.
I can't believe Ron Rivera would be on board with this. I know Ron Rivera right now thinks they're just like a one or two pieces away from being serious contenders.
Yes, and they probably are.
And
with
they
that
probably
defense.
are with that defense.
With
Yeah,
that defense, they probably are.
They're probably a good quarterback
it's-
and a number 2 receiver away.
But it's not him.
But it's not him. Please don't
It's
let it be him.
It's like that guy Mike Freeman wrote, which you guys should. I don't know how they didn't do that, but he tweeted, if this is before the trade. If Stafford goes to Washington, they're in the Super Bowl within 2 years. Bank it. Like
But
that was.
I don't think they wanted to give up that kind of. They didn't want to give up 3 first round
They would
draft
get that
picks for
haul.
Stafford.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
But I agree though with that take. If let's say
Yeah.
they didn't have to give that up. If you guys have a good quarterback,
because right now that defense, they're all on rookie deals. So
Yeah.
that defense is going to be together for maybe another 2 more years tops.
Yep.
And then it starts getting broken up.
Did
If you put a good quarterback with them now, they can compete.
Yep.
Did you all see the Carson Wentz story out of Indy today?
No.
No.
So you know how famously Carson
no.
Wentz is seen like his teammates hate him like
Yes.
he's considered one of like the worst teammates. So the guy who has his number 11 jersey number in Indy is refusing to give it up to him.
Oh, hilarious!
Oh, it's awesome.
And he's saying no, I'm number 11, and he says
Is it a skill position, or is it like some
I
dude
think it's
that
a wide receiver.
Wow, it has to be because 11. I was thinking it'd be funny if it was a backup quarterback. It's like no bum.
I think T.Y. Hilton's 10, right?
It's Michael Pittman Jr.
Oh shit, he's keeping it.
And
Good for him. Good for him.
The quote says, "I am number 11. I don't think there's any deal that is going to be done." And I guess Carson was asking about it and says, I'm probably going to switch anyway, is what Carson Wentz said. Yeah, which like, yeah.
I don't want that number anyway.
This number's stupid. 11 for
That number's
losers. I don't
dumb.
care. 11's dumb. Wow. That's
So already off to a good start.
Already off to a great rapport he's going to build with that guy.
Oh,
Dustin Jacobs says, Night Stalker needs that David Fincher touch a la Zodiac. Richard Ramirez may be the most fucked up serial killer that's graced the state of California. No easy feat. I do think it needs a feature film. The Netflix series does a good job of tracing a psychotic track of shitty shoot. DNA testing would have fucked this guy so fast. Also, maybe if cops weren't tribal, it could have helped. Alas, it's 85. DNA testing started in 86, according to Google. Side note, he's developing a horror short with a woman whose mother's bike was stolen by Richard Ramirez, a Night Stalker. He was wearing the AC/DC hat. Her and her friend tried to chase him down, and he cursed them out as he got away in the bike. If the story's true, they're both very lucky to be alive. Absolutely. Wow. Have neither of you seen this yet, have you?
Mm-mm.
God damn it. I'm just going to have to spoil. I don't want to spoil it. I got to talk about this. I don't want to have to spoil how they caught him. It's so fucking good. No, I don't know if it could. He's not wrong. Justin is not wrong. I just don't know how a movie could top this. Like how a feature film could beat how intense this documentary gets. Like it is. I'll tell you one thing. It was a holy shit amazing moment the way it was cut and edited. But I think it was the end of the third episode. You have because he went up to San Francisco to kill people too. And it was fucking wild. And then the San Francisco cops were trying to find him, and they found a guy that he would do drugs with in the Bay Area. And so it was, and this whole fucking show, he just slips past them every fucking time. Every net they set up to get him, he worms his way out. It's a lot of it's dumb luck too. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then at the end of the third episode, this cop is talking where he found like a buddy he would shoot up with or whatever. And he goes, we want to know who this guy is. And the guy's like, I don't know, man. I don't know the guy. I don't know his name. I don't know. And he goes, and then the cop just says, and it's amazing even now, especially now, to hear a police officer just say this. But he goes, so I just turned around, and it wasn't the best punch I've ever thrown, but it wasn't the worst punch I've ever thrown. And I just, boom. And I said, what's his fucking name? And the guy starts shaking, and I get ready to go again, and he just screams, Ramirez! Richard Ramirez! And like that's the end of the oh fuck. The way they catch him, you won't believe. Honey, if I tell him, do you think it'll still be interesting to see? I think it will be.
I think because I told my parent, or no, actually no, I didn't.
No.
Yes or no?
She says yes. So do you want to take her word for it? And
sure.
I'll tell you how. Cody?
I don't care.
Cody?
Yeah, go ahead.
So they have a name. Oh, by the way, what's her face? Dianne Feinstein. Fucks it. Fucks the entire investigation back when she was the mayor of San Francisco.
Wow.
She goes public with the info that they had on him. And he's like, okay, won't wear those shoes anymore. She fucked it completely.
Was it against the advice of the police department not to
all
go
of them
public
were
with
like,
info?
do not do this. The LA, so they show the two LA cops who got him, and the two LA cops who were behind the investigation. That would be the interesting part of the movie because one of them was a Mexican dude who almost lost his family over it. Like he was so it was getting so scary that his family had to leave town. Like he almost lost his entire family over catching this dude. But the way they get this motherfucker. Okay, so he goes to Phoenix to visit his cousin, and he doesn't know that they know who he is. They have a name. They found a picture. They found his picture in a database. They have a name. They put it on every newspaper in Los Angeles. He gets off the bus station. He sees the newspaper. He fucking panics. He tries to run for it. He jumps onto another city bus, and then he's on the bus for maybe 5 minutes when everyone's like, holy shit! And he runs off of it. He just runs into a Mexican neighborhood, and everyone comes out and just beats the fuck out of him until the cops get. You wouldn't believe it's real. Like this guy in Spanish. He just took a stick and was just fucking him up. Like the guy was crazy. Like he was literally caught by the neighborhood. He just ran out of the bus. He had been terrorizing LA for over a year. So everyone knew about the case, and they just see him, and he's just literally trying to run down the street, and they fucking fuck him up until the cops get there.
Wow.
And it was crazy. If you put that in a movie, you'd be like, this is the dumbest thing. This is no way this would ever happen. This is stupid. But that's how they and then the fucking... And I talked about Andre. Enough with this women are smarter than men shit. He had groupies when he was facing trial. Women were sending him tit pics and naked photographs and showing up at the courthouse. He had groupies. Enough. He was a rapist, a child molester, and a murderer. I'm not convinced women are smarter than men. I'm just not. I'm sorry. I'm not convinced. I'm not going to send a picture of my balls to the fucking Charlize Theron monster chick. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to be like, oh, maybe I could fuck her. Like, there's no way. So now, granted, that's probably, I'm waiting for Andre to come out and scream. That's the only reason I'm doing this. I'm just trying to push her buttons. Obviously, they had some horrifically shitty fathers. The real moral of the story is you got to be a good dad or else that's what's going to happen. Both times. You get a serial killer if you're a shitty dad to a dude, and you get a psycho who wants to fuck a serial killer if you're a shitty dad to a girl. That's as simple as that. Man, so it is all on men. It all falls back to being men's fault. It is, dude. That fucking documentary though is and shame on that fucking Cecil Hotel one for having the balls to try to exist when the Night Stalker one is out there.
Have you watched that one? I've watched that one yet.
Second episode, I turned it off.
Really?
Second episode of the Cecil Hotel shit. Cody, you ready for this?
Yeah.
A woman goes missing. They have a creepy elevator footage of her like freaking out in an elevator for 5 minutes. It's the last time anyone ever saw her.
Oh, I remember that.
Do you know what?
Happening.
Yeah, you know what
I remember
episode?
That happening.
You know what episode 2 cuts to?
What?
Not detectives, internet sleuths who all got together to see what it really was going on. It was like, I'm out. If you're gonna go to internet sleuths, go fuck yourselves. And it was all
Dude, those are the truth seekers, man.
And it was all guys. Eddie, they were just doing this, and like that video, that was fucked up. Yeah, oh, wow, all right.
It's fucked up, bro.
No wonder it took a fucking another week to find her because you morons were in like it.
It's fucked up, bro.
I mean, it's fucked. So she was doing some fucking crazy shit. Yeah. Oh man.
Up, man.
Wow.
Up,
Glad Ron fucking Howard is putting you fucking people in his documentary. It was so fucking stupid. Holy shit! 16 minutes and 7 seconds. Bam. We're back with the long intros. Cody, if you don't mind, pretty please hit that music. If you know the words, sing along. Oh, this is. I think everybody knows this one, Eddie. So I'm not saying you have to sing along, Cody.
You say this a lot.
It is the night. My body's weak. I'm on the run. No time to sleep. I've got to ride like the wind. To be free again. Eddie, come on, you know this. Cody. And I've got such a long way to go. Such a long way to go. To make it to the corner of Mexico. So I'll ride like the wind. Gonna ride like the wind. I was born the son of a lawless man. Always spoke my mind with a gun in my hand. Live 9 lives. Gun down 10. Gonna ride like the wind. Come on, Cody, that's an all-timer, right?
I have no idea.
You've never heard that?
Didn't ring a bell to me.
Christopher Cross, Ride Like the Wind? Da-da-da-da, ba-ba-ba-ba.
I only know one Christopher Cross song.
Sailing or Laura? Sailing. Not even the Arthur, If You Get Caught Between the Moon and
I guess that's bad since he's from here.
Yeah. Wait, you don't know the Arthur song? If you get caught between the moon and New York City. Okay, so Eddie is doing Michael McDonald. So
he likes to cover Christopher.
In Christopher Cross's Ride Like the Wind, Christopher Cross goes, Michael McDonald sings back up and he goes, I've got such a long way to go. Eddie?
I got such a long way to go.
Michael McDonald, such a long way to
Such a
go.
long way to go.
It is the greatest SCTV skit you'll ever see. Did I tell you about this one, Eddie?
Yeah.
Cody, have I told you about
I've seen
this
it
one?
before.
So it's I forgot who it was. I think it was Rick Moranis. Someone is yes, Rick Moranis. He's playing Michael McDonald.
Yeah.
And he's just driving in his car. And he looks very intense. And that song is playing in the background. The Christopher Cross Ride Like the Wind. And he's like driving and he pulls up to a building and he runs inside and it's a recording studio. And he literally runs to the booth with just enough time to go, such a long way to go. Like he starts talking to the
I've seen
engineer.
that.
And then he runs back, such a long way to go. It's so stupid. But the funniest part is as he's leaving the studio, the engineer goes, all right, we'll see you next time. Okay, thank you. He talks like he sings. It was so stupid. Okay, thank you. Dude,
Such a long way to go.
Such a long way to go. Cody, do we need to do a musical version of Good Willow Hunting and Cody listens to Christopher Cross?
I don't think that's necessary.
San Antonio's own. Wow.
Wow.
Way to break the heart of probably, I'm assuming, a diehard Spurs fan. Just putting that out there.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, such disrespect to the statue that's outside the Alamo of him. You know,
Okay, are San Antonians, do you see any humor at all in Charles Barkley constantly trolling the big women of San Antonio? Or are you guys sick of it? Are you sick of the bit, or do you love it? Does anyone find humor in it?
And nobody likes it here. It's very. It is not well received here at all.
Okay, what's worse? Barkley saying that all the time, or Cuban saying one time all downtown San Antonio is that nasty ass river? What's worse?
That's tough because I'm not personally offended by the big women thing because I am not one.
Right.
So, but I get it.
Now, in Cuban's defense, the river's nasty. Everything around it's
sure.
cool,
Yeah.
but the river is pretty dirty.
Right, but it's our dirty river, you know.
That's
the thing.
true.
But it is disgusting, and I would never ever want to touch it with my bare fingers or anything.
I can't believe any fish exist in that thing. You see them sometimes. Like, how is that alive right now?
The funny thing is they clean it out once a year, and then it's just disgusting. But by a month later,
is it just tourists throwing shit in there?
I don't know what it is, honestly.
Is it runoff?
Yeah.
It must be street runoff, right? Gets in there?
I don't know.
Maybe because it is below street level.
It is.
It is.
It must be street runoff.
Yeah, it's probably street runoff because it is it's.
But I mean, the actual river itself is not really the appeal of.
No, the appeal
Riverwalk.
is everything else. The appeal,
It's everything
appeal is
around
how
it.
Cool. The cool thing about the Riverwalk is I don't know if it's a great illusion where everything around the structures around the river look like they were built the same time the Alamo was. It's got a very old timey feel, which is awesome. I love that about the Riverwalk.
Well, and if you're having dinner or whatever, it's a really cool place to sit down and have dinner or have a drink. I mean, I was there before quarantine and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I think I've taken this for granted as someone who's lived here my whole life a lot, and
it's nice.
You think it's lame, but it's really not lame. It's really actually
it's
nice.
cool. Yeah, Riverwalk is great. I just wish the Tex-Mex food were better. Because
on the river, it's not super.
It's so bad, right? Cody, Andrea, come here, please. I need you to hear this. Andrea,
you got to put her headphones on.
Yeah, she got to put her headphones on. No shit, Andrea. Oh my God!
Wow, she say no.
Did you hear what she just said?
What'd she say? What'd she say?
Hold on, bitch, I'm coming.
Wow, dude. I
don't know if I want you here anymore. I don't want to tell you. I don't
know
if I care anymore.
She's just finishing off. She's finishing off Hacksaw. I would just let
Right,
her.
Hacksaw and Schmerelson had a team in there. She was fucking.
Are you sure Hacksaw didn't say that?
Maybe it was. Oh, might have been Hacksaw talking that shit. Cody, San Antonioan. Tried and true San Antonio pride. There's never been an incident that would make him have a T-shirt that says San Antonio strong, but he has one. That's how much he loves San Antonio. Has admitted and verified true Tex-Mex is not the shit you get at the Riverwalk. It was bad. It's not good. I'm telling you, honey, I fucked up.
Tourist trap Mexican food.
It's tourist trap Mexican food. I fucked up.
Ask him if there's anything vegetarian that I could eat.
Is there anything vegetarian at no way they'll be vegan?
Wow,
is there any
on the river?
She's busting balls.
No. In San Antonio,
sure. There's vegan restaurants here.
Is there a kick-ass Tex-Mex restaurant that would have a vegetarian or vegan?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There
Boom,
is. There's a vegan Tex-Mex place.
There's a vegan Tex-Mex place. What?
I'll go to the vegan place. It's probably one place.
It's probably one place. Well, okay, I'll go to Taco Palenque. Woo! And then you go there. All right. Taco Palenque is still my favorite Mexican fast food ever. I don't think anything beats it. Nothing touches Taco Palenque. For this, can we just make that side note here, Cody?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, am I dead? Am I way off base, Cody? Or do I have an argument?
Well, I have mixed feelings about that place.
Oh no!
I don't. I've had it recently a couple times, and it's been not very good.
Stop it!
But the ones here may be worse than the ones that are in the valley and stuff. But
the ones in the valley are like, oh my god. The barbacoa, forget. There's no barbacoa here, Cody. Can you believe that? There's no barbacoa restaurants in Los Angeles. Can you believe that? How?
Yeah,
do you know what I'm
crazy.
up against? I can't get it. Do you know what I'm up against? Do you want to tell Eddie what barbacoa is and see if he'll eat it?
I know what barbacoa is.
Yeah, I mean it's
and that's why they probably don't have it in LA.
because it's head meat.
Because it's fucking head meat.
It's skull meat. It's skull meat.
It's the meat they scrape off the skull.
The skull.
Yeah.
And sometimes, if you get the really good shit, you might see a little brain chunk in there.
Yeah. That's why it's not in LA.
It is, Cody. How good is it when it's good?
I've only had it maybe once or twice actually.
Wow, I love it. That's my go-to
And
breakfast.
It's I don't know. The texture's kind of weird for me. I
It's
don't
very,
love
Because
it. I
it's
love the
brain.
texture.
It's brain. It's meat. It's skull meat. That's
so
why
good.
it's weird.
It is so fucking good. It is so good.
Would Andre eat skull meat?
Andre, would you eat skull meat?
If it was vegan? If it was
vegan
meat?
skull meat, would you try it? She's
If
just.
someone
she's-
took a dandelion and scraped the meat off the skull of the dandelion.
Honey, would you eat vegan skull meat? Eddie wants to know if someone scraped the meat off a dandelion skull. Would you eat that? No. All right.
So, no.
Well,
we
fuck it.
tried.
We tried. We did what we could here in Ramble 232. Is that what
By the
242?
way, Senor Veggie in San Antonio.
Senor Veggie.
Senor Veggie.
I like it. Senor Veggie. Senor Veggie. I'll take that. I'll take
Veggie
that.
street tacos.
Oh, there's plenty of options.
Carne asada tacos with wheat protein.
Look at
Picadillo with
that.
tempeh.
See, there's nothing wrong with this. This is great.
Come on, what are we doing here?
come on.
We're on.
What
the
are we
cutting
doing
edge.
here?
Ramble 273.
There
When
we
did they
are.
bury
That's
us?
what we're doing.
When did they bury us, Eddie? When did they bury us?
2.
2.
We did 270 past where they buried us.
Buried us. 273. Cody, do you mind if we do the What Hat Would They Wear song? Let's get into these
I'm on
lists.
it.
Thank you, buddy. A what hat would they wear? Oh. Wow.
He's looking
Wow.
at you.
Oh, there he is. Look at that thing. Oh, man. That's Eddie. Is it weird to you when you perform the What Hat Would They Wear song live? Just how everyone just starts weeping? Is that hard to deal with? Is that
You get. I wouldn't say I get immune to it, but it's just
Right.
Does
it ever get old to know that that song has touched so many people so personally?
There's times when I'm feeling down
Yeah.
about myself. I'll think about how I've changed a lot of people's lives with that
With
short
just
little
that.
tune,
It's
and that picks me up for a little bit.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
You know.
See, there it is. There it is. Colin Maggs, hope everybody's safe, happy, and healthy. My submissions for this week are Hall of Fame for me. It's Woody from Cheers. He had the right blend of charm, stupidity, and a big heart. This is, again, Hall of Fame hat for Dumb Sitcom Character. Graham and Faye, greeting from the Great White North Fellow Ramble. Stupid Chrono Cooties having me nonstop buried in word yet again, even on a Saturday night. Again, it's going to be a submission speed round once again. That's fine. Sitcom, dumb person, although a bit of a cheat. It's not really a sitcom per se, but let's face it, the Ramblers do what the Ramblers do. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Can't think of another more notable boob tube dumbass than Roscoe and his Wile E. Coyote antics in his squad car from week to week. On a random anecdote to James Best, he was into video games and first-person shooters. He used to be a semi-regular player on one of our early Counter-Strike Alpha Beta servers back in the early days of WAN Gaming, circa 98, 99-ish, when it was still just an underground developing MOD for Half-Life. Wow. For those Ramblers who recall the Microsoft Game Voice Monkey Paw, this was the first mainstream hardware that would allow players a voice chat within a live game via external hardware and separate servers. It was a team play game changer. I still remember nights when he would connect to one of the games and would, from time to time, the voice channels actually go into Roscoe mode to the hilarity of the entire players on the voice channel. As completely disconnected Canadian nerds in our basements in the Great White North who never met him in person, he lived in southern U.S. Kentucky, I think, but he was super friendly, down-to-earth guy from all of our interactions. How dope is that? James Best. Rest in peace, James Best. To get to play video games with Roscoe P. Coltrane. Man, Patrick Carruthers, dumb sitcom character in the running.
PC.
Rosen Island, Kelly Bundy, Barney Fife, but he goes to Bull Shannon from Night Court. Michael Warman, Eddie?
Worms.
Worms. Dumb sitcom character Nick Moore, Family Ties, Mallory's bad boy boyfriend.
Oh yeah.
Manny Avalar, Hall of Fame. So many good idiots to choose from on TV, but I have to go with the one I'm currently binging, and that's Jazz from The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He wasn't a regular, but man, when he arrived, you knew he was about to get tossed by Uncle Phil and never felt old. Grady W. Smithy the third, the hat for the dumb sitcom character. We got 2 votes for this one. Bull from Night Court.
Yeah.
Dustin Jacobs, Latka in Taxi.
Great one.
Yeah. Cody, you all right, buddy?
Yeah.
All right, then. Joseph Santos, just get ready.
Oh no, I followed him on. He like tagged me in Twitter and said that he reads that he's super happy with the Ramble because they read all of the listener emails and they have a point. His emails have a point, he said. So I can't wait to hear what lovely nugget of truth he's going to have here.
Hashtag you cheated, enough said. Hashtag I am sure his kids will love getting that money he earned from Antonio Brown's Super Bowl. Oh, he's going after Is he going after Brady? I think.
I think
Hashtag I would like to nominate Cody for the Stall of Fame. Hashtag why isn't
Why would you nominate Cody for this Hall of Fame?
why isn't there a write-in vote? And then his pick is Tim Allen from Home Improvement. I am praying for snow on Cody forever. All right.
What?
So I'm telling you, Cody is just storing this information for when you two eventually play Madden.
Let me just say, Joe.
Cody is just storing.
let me just say that was so worth it. Thank you.
Oh God! All right, what at Eddie? Who did you have? Dumb person in a sitcom.
Mine is actually the lead of the sitcom. Usually, the dumb character plays like the
buddy,
like Jim J. Bullock and
right.
Too Close for Comfort or whatever. I'm taking Jack Tripper.
Ooh,
for Three's Company. He was the lead, but he was also the dumbest.
He was
person
a dumb
in the
guy.
show.
He was the dumbest guy in the show, and it made it work.
And he made me laugh every episode.
Oh, tremendous. Cody?
I'm going with modern stuff, and I'm going with Michael Scott from The Office.
Ah, yeah, of course.
From The American Office.
Yep, there you go. Man, very good pick. I'm going to go, I had to be. For me, it was none other than my favorite. Woody from Cheers was a close second, but I had to go as Betty White, Rose, and Golden Girls.
Betty White's great, too.
The way she just and like Woody, just so innocently said the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
Sold it so well. The timing, fucking great. That was so. They were good one, everybody. Next ramble. Y'all ready for this? I don't know. Is this gonna be a cakewalk?
Y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this? The art form in music, known as a duet, goes into the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
What duet is on the hat? Cody, can you do this? Eddie, can you do this?
Yeah.
I think I can. I don't know. For me right now, it's either Islands in the Stream or Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong. I don't know. I don't know. But what about Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer with Kim Carnes and the great Kenny Rogers?
So let me ask you this. It has to be a duet between two people that don't normally work together, right?
I would think so, yes. Okay. Yeah, that would make, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Barbara and Neil Diamond, You Don't Bring Me Flowers. I mean, you hardly talk to me anymore. I mean, that's the...
Willie Nelson, Dolly Parton.
Oh, shit. Willie and Waylon did a lot, but I mean, their duet, Lukenbach, Texas, that's a fucking great one. The fucking Poncho and Lefty. Julio and Willie. To all the girls I've loved before. Eddie, come on, that's in your one. Top three. That's
Did a Big Boss Man and Akeem, the African Dream, ever do a song together?
They should have. I know a lot of wrestlers did it for the Pile Driver album. If you only knew what I'm going to do to you. Be running out of here as fast as 2 feet could carry you. Your destiny belongs to... No lyrics! I'm looking that up. That's all from the heart. That's how much I wore out the Pile Driver cassette tape. What I'm going to do to you. That Pile Driver is one of the best albums ever.
I don't know how that album's not triple platinum.
I don't know how it didn't beat Thriller.
You had the Honky Tonk Man theme on there. You had Demolition's theme on there. You had Vince McMahon singing a song on there. Tutti Frutti.
Yep. The only thing that pissed me off was that Brutus the Barber Beefcake theme wasn't on there.
His wasn't on there. But there's no vocals on that one.
No, there's none. But you have Here Comes the Axe, Here Comes the Smasher.
That should be a triple platinum.
My cousins and I would have Royal Rumbles on beds, right? And we would always play the Demolition song when someone would run in like that. Oh man, we had that queued up. I thought it'd make a tough one for y'all. Great album, Pile Driver. We need to do a whole Pile Driver episode, I think.
We should. Or Jizz Talk should.
Jizz. Cody?
Because I jizz every time it plays.
Oh, how do you not? Do we open, close, and encore? Is it time? Are they ready for that?
Open, close, and encore.
Here we go. Open, close, and encore. You know what amazed me the most about that, Eddie?
What?
you take your most dedicated, decorated Navy SEAL, and they're passing out before they're halfway through that.
Yeah.
I couldn't
rock.
believe
They've seen the biggest horrors there are to see in the world.
And they couldn't
in
hold
life.
and they can hold their breath for like 5 minutes underwater.
Yeah.
They would have passed out.
But they're quivering bowl of jelly at the end of that song.
When they try to get that going, they can't hold your
it.
lung control. It just wow. Michael Phelps, I don't think could have.
No, I could have been a multi-time Olympic.
Did you help them? Did you help? Is that the rumor?
I was. There was
them?
a time. Was it '92 Summer Olympics? I was.
You helped the U.S. men's swim
I was
team?
asked to consult on the U.S. swim team,
right?
For breath control.
Right. I figured.
I was between high school and college at that time, so I just kind of wanted my summer off. So I just said no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at that. But then you did. The year you did was the one in Beijing where Phelps set the record, right?
What happened was 4 years later, '96 in Atlanta, I came in, I consulted, and basically, unbeknownst to me, because I usually have this in my rider that no recording devices are allowed in my seminars.
Of course, yeah. Of course.
I was apparently recorded, and they've been using the same recording tapes of my seminar on breath control for every U.S. Olympic swim team.
Well, how come you don't want to pipe up and take credit for what Phelps did? He doesn't do that with that. Does he do that without watching that tape? That's the question.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
First of all, he doesn't. But I don't. That brings the country together, seeing Americans win gold medals.
Right,
so I don't want to. I don't want to take that away. This country is
fractured enough.
It's fractured enough. I don't need to take that away.
I'm with you. I get it. This is ELO. Open, close, and encore. Colin Mags. He says open with Mr. Blue Sky. You close with I turned to stone when you were gone. I turned to stone. You encore with Evil Woman. That's a great one. Graham and Faye. By the way, the Dr. Phil Collins impression from Genesis Roundup just about destroyed my keyboard at work when I laughed so hard. I just about marinated in Tim Hortons coffee. Hey, I'm honored, man. It was such a dumb bit, but I could.
I was thinking about that for days, by the way, after
I couldn't imagine nobody laughing. He's like, if you told me you were drowning. It's so fucking stupid, but it's so fucking good.
That's like a closer. That's how good it is.
It is. Like, we're not leaving until Dr. Phil Collins. We know the show ain't over yet. God, it was see the lonely man there on the corner. What he's waiting for, I don't know. It's just so much you could do. It's man. All right, but you know what? It's fine. Whoa, hold on. What's going on here? Whoa, did I just lose? Oh no, there it is. Okay, so Graham and Faye, they open with "Don't Bring Me Down." They close with Rock and Roll is King. They encore with Mr. Blue Sky. And then he has a meme of the one does not simply walk into Mordor, where it says one does not simply one does not simply listen to Turn to Stone by ELO and not make penis innuendos. Very, very true. Patrick Crothers, as Eddie knows him as
PC.
PC says, hold on tight. You close with Don't Bring Me Down. You encore with Mr. Blue Sky. Michael Werman or?
Worms.
You open with Mr. Blue Sky. You close with Evil Woman. You encore with Don't Bring Me Down. Manny Avalar. ELO opens right off the bat with the great Olivia Newton-John on stage to get it started with Xanadu. They close with Don't Let Me Down. Right before the encore starts is where I FaceTime and wake up my 2-year-old so she can enjoy the score. The encore with me, none other than Mr. Blue Sky. I've been singing this song to my kids since the day she was born. My first words to her were, hey, you with the pretty face, welcome to the human. What's a great thing to say. That's an awesome move, Manny. It's perhaps the only non-Disney or Sesame Street song she knows word for word, so I'd have to share this moment with her. Sorry for oversharing on what I should have been picking 3 damn songs, LOL. Hey, that's fine. That's a great story, and that's a great.
We had people send in 10 Stall of Fame nominees. So
yeah,
good,
that's true. You're good.
There's no rules.
There's no rules. Grady W. Smithy, Part 3. ELO should open with Mr. Blue Sky. Closes Sweet Talking Woman. And then encore, I bring another call for ONJ, Olivia Newton-John, to sing Xanadu as a duet with Jeff Lynne. How perfect would that be?
Ooh.
Dustin Jacobs, Hold On Tight, Don't Bring Me Down, Mr. Blue Sky. Cody, Did you do this one? Could you do this one?
Yes, I did.
All right.
I have them open with Last Train to London.
Oh, that's a good one.
I have them close with Mr. Blue Sky.
Oh,
Encore, Don't Bring Me Down.
nice. Don't bring me down. Eddie?
Maybe you open with they open with Xanadu.
Xanadu.
Then they close with Wild West Hero.
Oh, wow.
And then encore with Mr. Blue Sky.
Look at this. I am one of the few that left Mr. Blue Sky off.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, I have them open. What they open with Showdown. It's gonna be a showdown. Then they close with the heartwarming Strange Magic. That right?
Right.
And then Evil Woman to bring you
Evil Woman.
Ramble. The next Ramble 274 is what they call it. Right? Eddie? That's what it's called. Tentatively working title is Ramble 274.
Tentatively, if there is a Ramble 274, I don't know.
If there is, we don't.
There was
know.
hardly a Ramble 273. That was touch and go for a little bit.
We didn't know. We didn't know.
We didn't have internet for like 30 minutes.
30 minutes we had no internet.
So now we kind of relate to everybody in Texas and what they were going through.
Yeah, we get it. And our internet provider said it might not be till midnight.
Right.
So
but
we're
then
going to
it
be
came
like
back on.
maybe 4 hours without internet.
Right. So, hey, trust us, Texas. We know.
Maybe stop complaining. Jeez.
Sorry. Yeah, you guys are.
Jeez.
We know what it's like.
Jeez Louise, we've been there.
Okay.
I'm going to make it real tough for all of you. Cody, if you can't do this, it's going to hurt. I'm not going to lie. But there's a chance you might not be able to. Is that a good tease? Eddie, I think that now the struggle for us is, oh, God, how do we do this?
Yeah.
Open, close, encore.
Yeah.
The Footloose soundtrack.
Oh, I can do that right now.
Yeah?
I'm out.
Oh, come on.
There's so
Let's
many.
hear it for the boys. Footloose.
Let's hear it for the boy.
Waiting
Let's hear it for my
holding up for a
baby.
hero.
Holding
Come
up for a
on.
hero to the end of almost paradise.
Paradise.
All right, I can do it then.
Come
See,
on.
You got it.
Thank you.
That might be the duet Hall of Fame. Mike Reno and fucking the girl from Heart. Nancy
That might be
Wilson.
the soundtrack Hall of Fame.
That might be. Wow. Okay, reading books, playing video games. Cody, do you mind if we go there? Are we going to go there?
Now I gotta cut
Reading
loose.
books and playing video games. Bring your pussy over here. We're reading books and playing games. Oh. Man,
Oh,
I can't take that.
I just killed Venom Deadpool.
He couldn't handle it. Audio is
couldn't
his
handle it.
weakness. Now, noise is his weakness. Venom wouldn't stand a chance.
Wow.
against you, pal.
Joe Fixit took it.
No, he's fine. But
Venom Deadpool, he's fucking
Venom
done.
would be a goner.
He's done.
Oh, man, is it weird to know? Like, how does it feel that every time people hear that, it inspires them to want to pick up a harmonica, but then it leads to crippling depression when they realize they just can't like that?
The only way I deal with that is I know that every time someone listens to that song, they're hearing an audible orgasm.
Okay. I mean,
so that's sort of like the way that I know it's going to depress people because they can't copy it.
right.
But at the same time, that's, as far as I know, that's the only audible orgasm
Ever
in nature
recorded.
is my harmonica.
We'll never know anything like it. Never.
Yeah. So
Never.
until I hear something else that's more orgasmic audibly than that,
What's it going to be?
then I feel fine.
Yeah, what's it going to be? Exactly. Oh, man. So and it really is. Graham and Faye say now trending hashtag chapstick PTSD. Back and to the left. All right. Did anyone know what I'm talking about? No, y'all didn't see it. On my Twitch stream last week,
Yeah.
Andre and I were having a fight over which Backstreet Boy was the born again Christian. And I thought it was her favorite one, Kevin. And I was very adamantly saying, I knew you didn't. I fucking knew it. And she was high as a kite on edibles. And she was standing by the door. And she playfully threw a chapstick at me.
Oh.
Fucking bullseyed me right on the lips.
Oh, wow.
Bullseyed.
While
It's
you're
hilarious.
twitching. While you're
It's
twitching.
hilarious. Everyone on Twitch saw it. I clipped it. I'll post it soon. So there goes Graham's. Graham was there. He saw chapstick PTSD. Manny Avalar, no games or books for me right now, although I did just buy Ultimate Mortal Kombat 11. Can't wait to get started on that real soon. You know what was weird? They've been adding like Rambo and RoboCop.
Yeah.
You know who they added the newest one?
Who?
Ryan White. Isn't that weird? That's a bit.
Ryan
That's
White.
a bit. He was that like 10-year-old who died of AIDS in the 80s.
Oh, he's unbeatable.
He's unbeatable.
He'd be unbeatable in that game.
He'd be unbeatable.
That's
a
great
very
addition.
odd. Very
That's a great
odd that
addition.
Mortal Kombat tossed him in there.
No, that's a great addition.
You think it's good? You don't think there's
Yeah.
anything wrong? All right. Well,
Who's going to hit at kids with AIDS? No one's going to punch him.
That's true.
So he's going to
You're
get any
scared.
shot any wants. Everybody's like, I can't hit a kid with
Fuck him.
AIDS.
I'm not. And they just run.
Right. They don't
Grady,
wanna get- yeah. Perfect.
Grady W. Smithy is, I'm reading The Way the House Husband, a Japanese comic about the most feared Yakuza enforcer who quit his job to get married and spent his days cooking and cleaning, but who approaches married life the same way he did organized crime, with his wife being the boss. It's one of the funniest goddamn things I've read in years. And if you like comedy, which you obviously do, or else you wouldn't be listening to Jerry, Eddie, and Cody, then you should check it out. Fuck yeah. Hey, Cody, you doing all right, man? Mm-hmm. All right, Joseph Santos.
He knows how to read?
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Fucking right over the bow with that shot.
He has. Oh, I forgot to do this. He has him open with Evil Woman, then close with Mr. Blue Sky. Encore, don't bring me down. Then he says, hashtag, I'm sure it wasn't the cold that busted Cody's pipes. Hashtag
My pipes are fine.
Hashtag Stall of Fame worthy. I think he's really pushing you for the Stall of Fame. He's really making a push. Oh man, the Joseph Santos Cody feud is it reaches new levels every time. Just when you think you think okay, they're not keeping it there.
No.
They're taking
more kerosene on the fire.
Yeah, more. Cody, reading or playing anything right now?
So when the power was out, I read a chapter of. I haven't read anything in a long time. But I read a chapter of Stephen King's Revival.
Oh, that's a fun
chapter.
one about the addict. Yeah, that's a good one.
But I haven't picked it up since. So
Well, no, because you have electricity now.
yeah,
You have
so I'm like, I
electricity.
don't need this anymore.
Read this shit. Eddie, what are you reading? Anything?
I'm not reading. I've been playing. Actually, I started reading again last night. I started reading more Immortal Hulk.
How good is that?
I think I'm on issue. I think I'm up in the 20, late 20s, early 30s.
How good is this, right?
So good. I'd stopped for a while, and I got back into it. It's really good.
That's great. I'm sorry, Andrea just ran the garbage disposal. I mean, what do I do?
Wow.
What do I do? What do I the disrespect? I know what you think I should do, Eddie, but we can't say it.
I know. I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah. Oof. I've been playing the shit out of Final Fantasy Part 3 or really Part 6. I've got this game Legendary Wings, which is really fun for the NES. A little retro gaming COVID safe swap meet I went to. Eddie was there. Remember when I got the trifecta?
Yeah, you did.
At that guy at that place. So the swap meet, it was great, and Eddie saw me score the trifecta. That's all. Eddie was there. It was his own eyes. He saw it happen.
I can call. I know. I can verify.
He saw me score the trifecta. So I've been playing Legendary Wings, Xanac, and Life Force. All great. And then, of course, this game called Dragon Spirit, which is beating the shit out of me. It's an old NES game, but it's really fucking good. And then, of course, my twitching with Final Fantasy Part 3, which is really Part 6. Because in America, we didn't get them until later. So, like, Final Fantasy 2 was really Part 4. It's very weird. We never got Part 5. Part 5 just never showed up here. Part 3 was really Part 6.
So does the story make sense? Even though
Yes, because none of them are connected. They're all
Okay, so that makes-
yeah. So none of them are connected. So that helped,
Oh,
but
that's good.
still weird. You know, it's a little weird. So there we go. That's it. Reading. Haven't been reading much lately, but there we go. And now it's top 5 time, Cody.
Top 5.
Are we ready? Ready to handle this magic?
do this.
It's
Can we do
the
this?
time of the show where we rank the top 10.
Tremendous. And look at that call to arms. Man, it's weird. Like, you would think nothing could top the charge
Right.
trumpet thing. That did.
Right. Yeah.
That did it.
It could be replaced. They could replace the charge.
They better, because
Yeah.
that's better. There we go. Brilliant.
I forget that I do have a Skeletor related one here. I think.
Oh, all right. That's great.
Screaming in horror. That can be the new
Try that
Skeletor
again.
one.
Try that again.
Okay.
Let's do it again. I want to hear that. Wow. Look at that. That's E-Man's mother when I put it up her ass, everybody. Because she can't handle how big my dick is.
No more crossover episodes.
Oh, man.
No more team-ups.
Colin Maggs. Eddie?
Mags.
Unfortunately, I've not seen enough of Christopher Plummer's films to do a top 5 worthy of him, so I'll abstain this week, especially after last week coming to realize there were a lot of decent Genesis songs I'd forgotten about. Take care, everybody. Colin Maggs. Graham and Faye. Oh, man, damn it. I've ran out of time, and sadly, duty calls. I especially hate to bail on one of the best Canadian acting talents, and as respect for his hatred of the role, I won't even think of putting Sound of Music into my absent list. So, did not finish 1 through 5. Stay safe, Ramblers. I've got to be the guy in the chair for a couple live COVID-19 units shuffling at one of our hospitals. Hashtag nerd rage. Be safe, please. Pretty please be safe.
Yes.
And thank you, Graham, for being one of those fucking frontliners, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, my God. Cody, did you hear what they were calling Ted Cruz? The last responder? How fucking great is that?
That was good.
That fucking piece of shit, the last responder. That is fucking
He's handing
great.
out bottles of water out of his trunk.
Touching people after he was just on 2 international flights in under a day.
Fucking shit.
Ugh.
Meanwhile, AOC raised like $5 million
Yeah.
and flew
Yeah.
to Houston and
But she's the bad one. She's the bad one.
She's the evil.
She's the evil one.
The great comedian Lori Kilmartin. You know her, Eddie, of course.
Yeah.
She had the funniest tweet. That psycho moron right-winger said that AOC and Beto are doing this just to make Ted Cruz look bad. And then Lori took that tweet and said, if only there was something Ted Cruz could do to rectify this situation. Oh, man.
What could Ted Cruz do? What could he do?
What could he do? Ben
What could he
Shapiro.
do?
What would you expect him to do? Well,
What is
okay.
he- I mean, of course, it's a bad optics, but what could
the
he
optics
do?
are bad, but what could he have done?
Fucking
Keep electing
morons.
people. Don't give a fuck about you. That's smart.
Yeah, ugh. So here we go. Patrick Crothers, or as Eddie calls him,
PC.
Christopher Plummer roles. Apparently, I haven't seen a lot of Christopher Plummer films. I even tried to find movies that feature plumbers and to get much past Super Mario Brothers. But did that stop a Rambler? No, sir. Is a ranking of the movies I've seen that he's been in. Number 5, National Treasure. Number 4, Dragnet. Number 3, The Sound of Music. Number 2, Knives Out. And number 1, 12 Monkeys. Yeah. Michael Worman.
Worms.
Still haven't seen Knives Out, so that may change.
Oh, gotta see that movie, Michael.
Yes.
Worman. It's a great
Top
movie.
3, he goes number 3, Up. Number 2, Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country. Cry Havoc. Number 1, Sound of Music. Didn't really appreciate it fully until I had children. We love watching it together. They love the music, but it's also a great film to discuss WW2 and what happened in Europe. Have a great week, gentlemen. Look forward to the Friday episode of WandaVision. Bring on the mutants. Worms. Manny Avalar really didn't follow or pay attention to Mr. Plummer's work as close as I should have, but I remember a few of his performances. Honorable mention, The Terrible Dracula 2000. Number 5, A Beautiful Mind. Number 4, The Man Who Invented Christmas. Number 3, Knives Out. Number 2, Up. Number 1, The Sound of Music. Love you guys. Stay safe out there. Love you too, buddy. Have a safe, happy Valentine's Day. Of course, this was before the snowstorm. Talk to y'all next week. Go Clippers. Go Kings. Go. Grady W. Smithy III. Captain Von Trapp in The Sound of Music, Charles Munson Up, Harlan Thrombey in Knives Out, Rudyard Kipling in The Man Who Would Be King, Harry Reichley in The Silent Partner. If you've never seen this, you need to check it out. Elliot Gould plays a bank teller who realizes that Plummer is planning to rob the bank, but instead of calling the cops, Gould sets things up so that he can pocket most of the money while all the blame will fall on Plummer. If you've never seen it, you need to. That sounds good. Dustin Jacobs. I know he wasn't much of a Sound of Music fan, so out of respect, I won't even list it, though it should be on here. In no particular order, Star Trek 6 Chang, Inside Man Arthur Case, Beginner's Howl, All the Money in the World J. Paul Getty, Knives Out, Harlan Thrombey. Joseph Santos. Cody, I just hope you're okay. The Insider, 12 Monkeys, Dolores Claiborne, Malcolm X, and Wolf. I can almost bet Cody has only seen 12 Monkeys, maybe. Hashtag I wish it would snow on Cody forever. That's a repeat. Wow. Hashtag ding dong, the critic sucks. The critic sucks. The critic sucks. That's a long hashtag.
Yeah, that one's going to catch on.
You see that one trending soon, Cody? Is that what you're saying?
I do, yeah.
It could.
Oh man.
Can we? So he has thoughts that he wants to nominate me for the Stall of Fame.
Yeah.
Can we nominate him for his shitty emails?
Oh, my God! Oh shit! Look, Cody's got Mr. Fix-It as a hype man right now with that one. Damn! Shit. That's what happens, baby. Cody, what was your number 5?
So I went with like modern Christopher Plummer, like within the last couple decades.
And there's been plenty to choose from.
Because he was very active and
worked
kind
a
of
lot.
popped up in a lot of stuff. So number 5, I went with a movie that he famously took over for Kevin Spacey and stepped in and got nominated for an Oscar for it, which was All the Money in the World.
Unreal.
Yeah.
That is crazy to like. What is that the equivalent of? Is that the equivalent of like a bench player coming in and almost being the MVP of a Super Bowl? Like
Yeah, but but the game had to have already been played already.
Right,
That movie was done. It was completely done.
They're
And they
editing
came
him into the movie.
Yeah, they just
amazing.
reshot all the scenes, and he gets Oscar nominated
That's
for
crazy.
it. So.
God, what a fucking G. That dude, unreal. Eddie, your number 5?
My number 5, Up, the movie Up.
So good in that.
Yeah.
My number 5, Eddie,
Yeah.
Dragnet. Had to do it. Had to be.
Why do you have it that low? That's my question. I'm shocked it's that low.
I had to put Dragnet in there.
Because you're going to be hearing it again in about 3 minutes.
Hey, that's what's up. Well, because Cody, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is the girl with the dragon tattoo, the David Fincher
Yep.
version.
Finchy. That was a good. Fuck yeah, man. Eddie, your number 4.
My number 4. Oh, wait, hold on. I have it written down in a second. My number 4 is the one that Cody said for number 5.
The Kevin
the Money in
Spacey
the
film.
World?
All the Money in the World. Yes.
My number 4, I had to go Up. I thought he was a great villain in Up. I thought he was fantastic. He was a great villain in Dragnet.
Yeah.
He's
the best. He might be the most evil villain in Dragnet.
He's a great villain in my number 3.
People against goodness and niceness, I think is what it was. Pagans.
Pagans.
Pagans. People against goodness and nice.
Pagans. Oh, that's right. Pagans. So, Cody, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Knives Out.
Oh, that's a good one. Fuck, that was so good.
One of his last roles, as it turns out.
Yeah, sadly. Eddie, your number 3?
Where is it? My number 3. Hold on. My phone's fucking. Oh, National Treasure. John. Adams.
Yeah.
John Adams Gates.
It's great.
It's a very short role, small role,
but great in it. My number 3, I had to go 12 Monkeys.
Okay.
Brad Pitt's dad, right? I know he was so. Oh man, goddamn, I loved him in 12 Monkeys. But I liked everything about 12 Monkeys. Eddie, Cody, your number 2?
Number 2, Spike Lee's Inside Man.
Oh yeah. Eddie, your number 2.
General Chang, Star Trek 6, The Undiscovered Country.
My number 2, Knives Out. I had to go Knives Out. Cody, and finally, your number 1.
My number 1 is the movie that he won an Oscar for, and I think he's still the oldest actor to ever win an Oscar, as it stands, which is Beginners.
You're right. Oh yeah, you're right. I think he is the old. That's a good fuck, man. Good one. This guy was in so many good fucking movies.
He was.
Eddie, you're number 1.
Dragnet, dude.
Dragnet.
People against goodness and niceness.
My number
Good
1.
and niceness.
What else could it be for me but Star Trek 6? The
General Chang.
He was so good in that. He was so fucking good in that movie. You think Shatner was pissed?
To be or not
to be. You think Shatner was annoyed a little bit?
He chewed up more scenery than Shatner in that movie.
He did.
Yeah, they were going toe to toe trying to chew up the. Kirk also had it with Khan in Star Trek 2. Him and Ricardo Montalban going at it.
They did,
and that was a nice, sort of end to that run of the Star Trek original crew to have him going toe to toe with another great actor who just chewed up scenery.
Buried alive. See, I wanted to do a top 5 Star Trek moments, but Cody, you probably couldn't do that, could you, for the movies?
If we include the J.J. Abrams
we can.
stuff.
Eddie, could you do this?
Last breath.
Or do we do top 5?
Stab at thee.
serial killers.
Top 5 serial killers?
Yeah.
What's the criteria there?
They have to be a great serial killer. Look,
I
that
mean,
Night
they were
Stalker
all
got
technically
me.
pretty good at what
They
they
were
were
all good at
doing.
what they did.
If you're getting any recognition as a serial killer, you
were
have to be
good.
pretty good. Yeah.
You were good. You were good.
Because the bad ones you don't hear about.
You never hear about them. The guys that got 1 or 2, and that was it. All right, so then we're going to do Star Trek movie moments. Get them in.
Okay.
Mine's going to be heavy on the Kelvin timeline.
Hey, man, that's good. Can I say something that is going to probably piss off a lot of Trekkie ramblers out there? What? I don't get the hate for Into Darkness. I don't
either. I don't either.
That's not a bad movie. I don't get why everybody shits on Into Darkness.
I think it's really good.
Yeah,
I don't like Beyond very much, but I really like.
I did not
Into
like
Darkness.
Beyond. Beyond was just a reason to play Beastie Boys. They just wrote a whole movie to figure out how they could play a Beastie Boys song.
Which I'm okay with that, but yes, like Beyond, I liked Into Darkness better than Beyond 2. I don't understand the.
I didn't hate Into Darkness. I just don't know. I just wish they hadn't tried to keep the Khan thing like a reveal. Just put it out there.
Make him Khan.
You knew it was Khan from the beginning, so don't try to
you knew
have this twist
Khan.
that it's Khan. We knew it, so just live with it.
I just loved everything. I loved how they flipped who screamed Khan. I love seeing Spock do that. I thought that was great.
Who died?
Yeah,
Kirk died.
Kirk died instead of Spock. I loved that. I thought that was one of my favorite moments. Was Zachary Quinto going Khan? Like that was great. Was not. Nothing will top William Shatner's overacting where he just. Have you seen it, Cody? His Khan the. Mm-hmm. It takes him like a good 20 seconds.
I just watched it 2 days ago.
You know what's so bad about seeing that on a modern television? Is the Genesis planet is literally one of those motion paintings you see at a shitty gift shop where there's
a light that just turning inside of it.
Oh, it's bad, but still great. So top 5 Star Trek movie moments. What
Did you know in Khan when Khan recognizes Chekhov on City Alpha 5?
Yeah.
Chekhov wasn't part of the Star Trek cast in the season that Khan was in the original series.
Oh, really?
So Khan never saw Chekhov in that episode when Khan was in the original series.
So does he recognize him or not? I don't.
Yeah, he's like you
Chekhov.
I never forget a face. But he doesn't have a scene with him because Chekhov's not part of the crew until the second season.
Look at that. How about that, huh?
There's a little
Star Trek.
I think they retconned it in the book by putting Chekhov in he led some sort of resistance when Khan took over the Enterprise.
Right. Okay.
But in the actual film in the actual TV show they never meet.
Now, have you seen the whole Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Cody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this one of the best shit talk moments in movie history? Is when they announce him as Admiral Kirk, and then Khan goes, Admiral? Ooh, that's good. You feel that?
Yeah.
Like this.
And he does it the whole movie. When he says Admiral, he does it the whole movie.
Admiral? Oh, fuck, that's good shit. God damn. That's a great fucking
But the thing is, if you watch the original episode what Khan was in the first season, he's in brown face.
Right. Ricardo Montalban it's still the same guy.
But he's in brown face.
He's
You're
in brown
this
face.
is
Why they have
inappropriate
to tan him up?
now?
This is weird. He's already Latino. You don't need to do
Though
this.
they darkened him up.
They made it. One of the funniest was, remember, that was one of the best. I think the two of my favorite SNLs ever were when Shatner hosted and when, what's his face? Picard. Professor X, Patrick Stewart. Cody, have you ever seen the cold open with Shatner on hosting SNL? It is, he's at a Star Trek convention.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen this, right?
Yeah.
Get a life, will you?
Get a life. Get a life.
And then Dana Carvey is Khan as an inspector. But I still think one of the best all-time sketches on SNL that just floored me was when it was Patrick Stewart and they play the Next Generation music. It's like Captain's Log, Star Date. And then you see him like, Captain, where now? And he's on the bridge of the Enterprise. And then it pans back, and he's got one of those old timey wheels on an old boat, and he goes, "Set a course for love," and it was the Love Boat: The Next Generation. It was the fucking greatest. So stupid. Set a course for love. The Love Boat: The Next Generation. Oh fuck, brilliant. So man, I don't get why people don't like Into Darkness. It's a fun movie. It has some good shit in it.
I liked it.
It was good.
I just didn't like we know it was Khan. Don't hold it back.
Right. You knew it was him the whole time. It was clearly this is Khan, but it was still very, very, it was still well done. And Beyond was, I didn't hate Beyond, but I just didn't think it was as good as the first two. That was my idea. I mean, Beyond was fine, but it just wasn't as good as the first.
I mean, if you look back at the other Star Trek films, there's not a lot of good ones to choose from.
There are some stinkers. The first one is a snooze fest. The second one is fucking great.
Second one's the best.
Third one's just kind of weird.
Yeah.
The fourth one's really good. It was all the even ones. The odd number ones sucked. The even ones were good. The fifth one was a disaster.
The fifth one, they don't even count it in continuity anymore.
They just this never happened. What would
they are like this? Did not. That was William Shatner's movie against the Scientology that we'd figured out.
Yes, we figured out it was anti-Scientology, but he was so jealous that Nimoy got such acclaim for directing Star Trek 4 that he said, "Well, I'll direct Part 5."
Didn't he direct 3 and 4?
Yes,
Nimoy did.
Nimoy, and 4 was a really good movie.
Yeah, 4 was great. 5 was bad.
Ooh.
Really bad.
Fuck, it was bad.
Oh God.
What would God want with a starship?
I ask, what would God?
It's so bad.
Or when he's like, when they finally see the planet behind the Great Barrier, which they talk about, it's like, well, no one's ever gone through the Great Barrier. They get through it in 30 seconds with no trouble at all. They just fly through it, and we made it. And then McCoy is looking at the planet, and he's like, "Am I dreaming?" And then William pans over to William Shatner. He's like, "Then maybe life is a dream."
So bad.
And then it tilts down to a plaque that says, "Where no man has gone before." It's a student film. It's a junior college student film.
Doesn't it end with the row, row, row your boat?
Yes.
Yep. And then the weirdest part is the big villain who they think is God and God itself, who's this menacing thing. What, 2-shot Spock gets him with from the Vulcan ship? He hit the Vulcan bird of prey, and Spock. It's like if Luke destroyed the Death Star by just zapping it twice with his X-wing lasers as he was flying towards it. What the fuck?
This most powerful creature they've had to trap on a planet and surround with the Great Barrier.
That's how powerful
blown up
it
with
was.
a laser shot.
And then Spock just blasts it twice from a Klingon, just this little 2-shot.
It makes no fucking sense.
Oh,
and then he's like, I thought I was gonna die, and then Spock's like, impossible. You were never alone. Because at the beginning of the movie, he's climbing up El Capitan.
Why are you climbing this? Because it's there.
He falls, and he's like, McCoy's like, I thought you were gonna die, and Shatner's like, I knew I wasn't gonna die. I wasn't alone.
Yeah.
I had you guys with me. It's the most, everything is a plant and then a callback to it.
It's so bad.
It is such a junior college student film.
Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. They had the balls to call it The Final Frontier.
Yeah.
The tagline of the whole show, basically. And
Sulu didn't want to be in the movie because him and Shatner hate each other.
It's because Shatner's a fucking. Have you seen? There's a presser for announcing the 5th movie, and he brings Walter Koenig up, and he forgets who he is. He's like, "Oh God, I'm so sorry, Walter. That's right. Well, he plays Chekhov. He's just such a fucking ego. He just doesn't give a fuck about the cast. I think it was either Chekhov or Scotty, one of the two. He forgot who the actor was.
Half of that movie on the Enterprise is shot on the Next Generation set.
That's right.
If you look at the sets, it's the same sets from the Next Generation. Paramount did not give a fuck about this movie.
And then Generations is such a fucking way to ruin the Star Trek: The Next Generation movies because
it's like William Shatner took the Next Generation and just licked it. He's like, that's mine. That's mine.
So in Generations, they find a way for Picard and Captain Kirk to meet, and somehow Kirk gets called out of heaven. leaves heaven for one more job.
And he dies at the end, right? And his last words, he's like, "It was fun."
And then he goes,
"We had fun." And then he dies.
Before that, he goes, he's like, there's like a boulder on him, right? And they're like a big boulder. It's just funnier that William Shatner. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just remember this like Indiana Jones sized boulder, like just lying on his stomach. I hope that's how it is. I doubt it.
He's like, "We had fun," and then
He goes, before he says we had fun, he goes, "Did we do it? Did we make a difference?"
"Yeah, we had fun."
We had fun.
God, the movie. Oh,
He comes out of heaven.
one last mission.
We need to get Captain Kirk out of heaven to come here. Oh,
And he didn't die alone because Picard was there with him. So they just totally.
Picard was there.
He didn't die. He died. He did not die alone.
Ooh,
And he always said he knew it die alone.
It was a
They
stink.
fucked him.
It was a stinker. It was. They could have had. They could have done better. They could
Yeah.
have done better. Well, there we go. Another ramble in the books. What would the Footloose soundtrack open, close, and encore with for Ramble 274? Hall of Fame hat goes for the duet. What song duet would be in the Hall of Fame hat? And top 5 Star Trek movie moments.
I think we just covered them all. We
got them all. It was Kirk dying in Generations. What would God want with a starship? With that scene and
Maybe life is a dream.
Spock shooting at fucking Galactus with two. He destroys Galactus with 2 blasts from a Klingon Vulcan bird of prey. Oh, the Klingon bird of prey. 2 fucking zaps, and that's it. Oh,
Christopher Lloyd as the Klingon is always
Christopher
classic.
Lloyd is always good stuff. Reverend Jim, whatever his name was in Taxi, is a Klingon. Oh, man. So there we go. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know where to find us all. We love you all. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. We can bank on it. Good willow hunting, vacation. And boy, does Cody have a stellar film waiting for him after vacation.
Yes, he does.
Here's the thing, Cody.
Yeah.
I hope you can score another interview with Edgar Wright after you see this. That's all.
And
That's
just
it.
go, buddy, you got some shoes to fill.
You got some shoes, homie. I don't know how you're going to do this, but good luck.
Yeah, I don't know how.
All right, let's play the music and let's say goodnight. There we go.
right.
Man, look at this. Oh. Look at that. So should we make Cody watch all the Star Trek movies he hasn't seen?
Yeah. That's what I've been doing the last week. I've watched everything up to. I just started Generations last night.
Oh, baby. So Kirk's about to get pulled out of heaven. You're about to see
no,
it.
he just got wiped into the temporal worm or whatever it was.
Heaven, basically, right?
Heaven.
It was like the afterlife. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does Whoopi Goldberg get him out? I forgot. Isn't that the point of her? In that
I think so, because she has to go back into it.
Right.
Because she got pulled out at the beginning.
Right.
Oh.
There's
some stinkers in that series.
Next Generation couldn't fix it either. They had some good ones and some shit. The Borg one was fucking great.
Yeah.
Oof. All right, well, there we go. We love you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.